Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to LEGO Indiana Jones 2. The adventure continues. Let's continue the story. So, we played the first level of the Crystal Skull, and we now know that there's a Raider of the Lost Ark box because they're making each section of the game now its own kind of like Lego box. A concept that I personally think they should have done, but apparently there must have been some complaints because they never did do it. This is a gag we saw in Lego Batman 1 or 2, so I know this came after this. It also looks better than Lego Batman 1 or 2, so they must have just snuck in this game. Let's see. Seems like there's nothing more I get from that other than that one stud. Got some Lego-fied cactuses, and seems like something will be here at some point. Because look, there's these gold chests all lined up around here in shadow. And this seems like a race. So where we are in the story, here we have the female jump pads where the females of the Lego universe seem to always have the ability to jump higher. And see, this is a fictional city that they're gonna drop an atomic bomb on to see what happens. And poor Indy is gonna end up getting blown up and dying, and that's the end of the series, and we never are introduced to any Mutt or anything else. No, I'm fibbing here completely. Now, I did hint that in the last recording that the Crystal Skull is the only game, Indiana Jones movie that we haven't covered in a Lego game that's come out yet. But there is actual scheduled and plans to make another Lego, no, not Lego, but Indiana Jones movie. However, I kind of question whether it really happens, because Harrison Ford is not a young person, and even if we do get him to make another movie, I'm not sure it's going to be that good. There really is nothing here, so let's just move forward to the actual level. So this is like a big open world section, and we've seen this before in like Lego Marvel superheroes and other games where you're in special instances of the overworld in between each level, and then the mannequins start panicking. And the mannequins are looking at me. Creepy! Yeah. So, I think I probably have... this is an interesting cutout. So we're seeing like the insides of a building, but the building's not made out of Legos? This is really confusing. What world are we in? Is it a world made of Lego pieces or not? See, if you're going to do this cutout, you need to have Lego bricks all in the insides of everything. And then you would just say, oh, well, even if something doesn't look exactly like it is an item for that is made out of Legos, it actually is an item made out of Legos. What am I doing? So, it's giving me this sense of artificial... like need for speed as it was, but we can take our time, I'm sure. Let's see, punch all these, see if we get anything out. A lot of 3D animated stuff here. It looks really nice, it's just not made out of Legos, and that's slightly a problem. So now I can push this, and now I can pull this, and it moves the mannequin, and because the mannequin moved, we can... It's like the mannequins have cameras in their eyes or something. Oh, I blew up the dog. I didn't mean to do that. So in the movie, as this lags, I have to say it lags each time. It's also a bummer, and I'm also bummed that the game lags, but I need to say it lags. That way, you know specifically it's the game that's lagging and not just... why would they do the plumbing? I guess they would want to do everything if they wanted to get the most accurate test possible. But... and that means somebody was paid to build cities like this, knowing they just get blown up. Or maybe they didn't know they would get blown up. And they were paid to build cities in the middle of nowhere for a weird reason, without an explanation. So, I think we just filled in the bathtub. Is that what we're looking at right now? A bathtub with a shower? Maybe? Can I had to whip the key. A lot of water effects here pushing me in different directions. Can't break that piece. But yeah, all he did in the movie though was he raced to the kitchen and ran around a little bit. Here I'm going through the full length of the house, and boy is this a way too tall attic. Like, this is an unfinished third floor attic. Like, if Indiana Jones is the average height of a person, then this is a like 12 to 14 foot height just at the corner here, and then way more at the peak. And there's like a Rumpelstiltskin weaving device. Like a rocking chair out of Legos. Can't sit in the rocking chair. I can whip my companion here, who wasn't in the movie at all. I don't think. I think he's just a fictional character they've created, so the game is always co-op. That is a problem. The co-op split was something I didn't see as an option, so if I ever actually do need to control the other character, I'd like to see what happens there, whether the game splits the screen or just forces us to stay closer together. Because later versions of the Lego games, it splits the screen, and it tries to do that smoothly. But in Lego Indiana Jones 1, it just forced us to stay in the same place. What gets me about these, like, this wardrobe, which is too tall for the scale, again, and stuff, is what game did these things get used for? Oh, it must have been something that really unrecognizable. If these are pre-made assets that were used in multiple games, I have no idea what game it was. And if they aren't pre-made assets, then that's kind of a waste, I would say. Do I come back in here and put this down? Do I jump on the bed? And see, once I start jumping on the bed, the lagging gets bad. Of course, why would I need to do that? And now the lagging's even bad because he's jumping on the bed. So I'll put that there. And we'll start breaking some more things. The bomb in the far background is taking forever. If I had a shovel, I can dig up the explosive things. Nice to know. Just trying to clear out this area. This is a weird level to have all these mannequin characters and creepily looking at you. They've managed to make this a horror scene when it was supposed to be more of an action scene. So dig these up and then blow something up. Let's come over this way and put this down here and fix a lawnmower. Yeah, well, the lawnmower dude knocked over several things and opened the doorway. Can't blow that up anymore though. Can blow that up though. So what does this do? Turn on the hose? Yes. Which turns on a sprinkler, which is cool. A few more opportunities for a few more studs. Unfortunately, I'm hitting my companion unintentionally, and I knocked the dog down again. And I blew up the dog. That time it was intentional. There's just like nothing here to hit. See, that just seems strange. It seems rather strange that you have these explosives and then nothing to do with them. And when I get on these bikes, I'm not seeing a pattern or a path that needs to do that. Look, do anything with them. So maybe I need the explosives in the kitchen. A little rampage around the kitchen. See, you could have, yeah, you have to use the explosive to open the refrigerator, which is how you finish this level. Let's see, you could think about, well, the door's open, good. And I knocked that guy's head off. Can I knock this guy's head off? Nope. Like, recently Fallout 4 came out, a few months ago at least, for me, and you start the game and you see a kitchen that would have been right in this timeline, about this time frame, and a lot of these things would kind of work if Fallout 4 was a kid's game and they didn't really care about the animation. But no, they certainly don't work by today's standards and quality of graphics. It would, the quality of the non-Lego things I'm seeing would have to be used in some kind of Lego or kids game style thing. And I couldn't imagine it used in anything else or scaled in a different way. Say you go through a kitchen in the game Gone Home, the graphics are way better too. Now, of course, this game came out probably maybe a year or two after the Crystal Skull, if not immediately during the release of the Crystal Skull, to coincide with the movie coming out. So you're talking 2, 3, maybe 4, maybe 6 years ago now. And 6 years ago, I just don't think the graphics would be that low for Mutt mini games. Maybe, maybe not. But it wouldn't be a AAA game, definitely. It would be something that... It would be something along the lines of a smaller game 6 years ago that would use these graphics. I hope what I'm saying makes sense. I'm trying to figure out, like, this rooftop texture. It probably could have been used in a AAA game, but those plant textures of bushes here and there, too low quality for anything, any AAA game from 6 years ago. So I have a new character in the same, like, Overworld, and I guess I finished the level? And instead of the game saying anything or doing anything, it seems like I can now just walk to bigger sections of the world. So I didn't unlock anything, and I'm just unlocking the Overworld. And see, now I'm looking at like 16 minutes we've been playing. So the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, as far as a entire chapter in this game, I doubt it's gonna be that long. There was a part 1 and a part 2, I know. Let's see, apparently they want us to do races, so there's gonna be a lot of Overworld stuff. And there's a lot of blue and red and different color collectibles. Let's see. Is there anything that I can throw a sword at? No. And we're finding more things. See, there's some mannequins inside that area. Here we have slightly not to scale Lego train tracks. Interesting, because this is Indiana Jones, as far as a series, is the only series of Lego games I've ever seen that actually has Lego train tracks in them. It almost feels like the team that made Lego Indiana Jones 1 was immediately secluded away from seeing any of the other Lego games and had to they were shown maybe all the improvement that the other Lego games up to that point had made for a month or two, and then they were thrown back into their own office and said, get to work on Indiana Jones 2. That very well might be the case, but there's definitely improvements here that we've seen over time were added to the series of Lego games. So I found an explosive pile. And this. So if I have anything silverish I need to blow up, that's also a factor. And the open world is just getting bigger and bigger. So how much of the open world am I going to play? I suppose up to the next level is what we have to do. We have to figure out where the next level is supposed to be. Clearly a jump there just caused it to lag. I'm at 128,000 studs, which in Lego Indiana Jones 1, that felt like that took a lot longer to get to that point in gameplay. Right, 5. Nothing there. I want to play properly this time, so I don't want to. Seems like that section is going to be off limits for a while. So I don't want to purchase anything, but I'm not sure I can even purchase anything until I find it. And it feels like the red bricks are going to be hidden amongst things for a while. So I can go on this army base looking area. Or I can look around some more. Seeing some little dinosaur skeletons. Was this after like Lego Jurassic World? No. The movie Jurassic World came out a couple years after that point. And see, this area is now all blown up, and I suppose I can try to put out the fire. And that seems like that would take forever. And you'll need a character with a shovel to complete this level. Interesting. So this section was gated off when we first started. And then we come over to this part. We've got some bad guys fighting us. And I know we've already done our level for this recording. I'm just trying to figure out where does one go. You see, the Russians are fighting with us, and we need a repair guy, and this looks a little bit like Star Wars. So we got 10 of that. What does that do? Well, I know it saves the game, but I don't know if that's another vehicle. Look at that, is an amazingly good looking electrical pole for a Lego design. But it doesn't come down. Interesting. Let's see, this guy's shooting me. And well, we finally found the next thing. Just look at the detail on this electrical pole before I break it. Oh, that's a good 20 pieces. 20 really small pieces. And that's when you start to see the expert level of Lego creations, when they actually do a good job. They don't do so much of a good job in Lego games, but when you see an expert set that's very interesting. See, this guy's got something above his head, and that means he's probably purchasable. Yes, he is. And so we're going to have to unlock characters in the overworld too. And what's this? And see, this is a red brick fast fix for 300,000 already. So we're going to have to find them, and we're going to have to use them. And see, I would need a little explosives to get to that. So, now this area doesn't seem like it could expand too much, so I wouldn't be surprised. Let's see if I can make this without blowing myself up. I think I'm gonna blow myself up. Yep, I'm gonna blow myself up. Alright, so that's not gonna work. I'll need to find a character with a bazooka weapon or something. Something that is portable and explosive. To open this. But it does definitely go to show we found the next place. And let's see. We have only 10 bricks, it seems, for all of the Crystal Skull. 10 gold bricks, that is. And then there are 10 blue bricks, 10 red bricks, and 10 green bricks. And once we've done all of that, then it seems like there's maybe, let's see, 6, 9, 18 characters in the Crystal Skull to unlock and 8 vehicles to unlock. So not a huge amount of stuff to do, but we also know that there's several other boxes. And so what mostly concerns me here is, have I done 2 of 15 at the top there, True Adventurers, for the Crystal Skull? Or have I done 2 of 15 True Adventurers for the entire game? We're not seeing a percentage sign here as much as we're seeing just everything that can be collected. It almost feels like they intended this as the beginning of something else, like Lego Dimensions, where they could just add on DLC and add on DLC. Now that wouldn't work on Indiana Jones, because unless they were going to tell new tales of Indiana Jones, or tell the Young Indiana Jones series and try to cover all of those stories and make up some more along the way, that would make sense. But Lego Dimensions, it totally makes sense. You would have one box with a set number of collectibles per box, and then you just go on the main menu to the next box. And in Lego Dimensions, they even fixed the main menu problem by setting up the main menu as your central base with your Lego Dimension portal. Anywho, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.